In today's class, we'll study the topic logarithms. Logarithm. The logarithm is defined as the inverse function to exponential. If a to the power of y is equal to x, then y can be written as y is equal to log x to the base a. The most common base used in logarithm functions are base e and base 10. The log functions with base 10 is called common logarithm and it is denoted by log x to the base 10. The log functions with base e is called natural logarithm. It is denoted by log x to the base e. The logarithm of any number has two parts, that is, first one is characteristic part and the second is mantissa part. Let us see what is characteristic part. It is the whole part of the number is called characteristic part. So here there are some examples. You can see the number and the characteristic. Suppose if we want to find the characteristic of number, how to find? So let us consider the first example 121.0. So for this number the characteristic is 2. So consider the number 121.0. So here you can see before the decimal place there are 3 digits. So you have to subtract 1 from 3. That is 3 digits minus 1 is equal to 2. So you will get the characteristic as 2. In the same way, if you want to find the characteristic for the next example, that is 12.1. Here 12.1. So before the decimal place we have 2 digits. So you have to do it as 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. So the characteristic of this number is 1. Coming to the third example, that is 1.21. Here before the decimal place there is 1 digit. So we have to do it as 1 minus 1, that is equal to 0. So the characteristic of this number is 0. In the same way, coming to the fourth example, that is 0.121. Here also, before the decimal place, we have 1 digit, that is 0. But since the value is 0, we have to consider 0. So we have to do it as 0 minus 1, that is equal to minus 1. Therefore, the characteristic of this number is minus 1, or we can also write it as 1 bar. So coming to the last example, that is 0.0121. Here in this number before the decimal point there is 1 digit, that is 0. But if we see all the numbers, you have 2 zeros in the beginning. So we have to do it as 0 minus 2, that is equal to minus 2. Therefore, the characteristic of this number is minus 2, or you can also write it as 2 bar. Now let us see what is mantissa part. The decimal part of the logarithm number is said to be mantissa part. So here there are some examples given. So you can see the numbers and the mantissa of those numbers. So the numbers are 12.10, 1.21 and 0.121. For all the 3 numbers, mantissa is the same, that is 0828. So this mantissa, we will get this from the logarithm table. So let us see the mantissa of, now you can see this is the logarithm table from where you can find the mantissa part. So now if you want to find the log of 12.10, that is 0828. So now let us see how to use these log tables. So let us consider an example. So first example is find the value of log 15.27 where base is 10. So firstly, you have to identify the characteristic part and the mantissa part of the given number. So here for this example, the characteristic part is 15 and the mantissa part is 27. Now you have to make use of log table to find the mantissa part. So here you can see you have to find the log of 15.27. So here you have 15. So consider this row where there is 15. So 15.27 we need. So 2 we have to consider from here, that is the column. So here we get the common value where both column and row coincides, that is 1818. Now we have to find the log of 15.27. So 15 we have considered here in the row, 2 we have considered in the column, and 7 we have to consider here in the difference. So here the value is 20 where both column and the row coincides. So now from this table we got two values, that is 1818 and 20. Now we have to add the two values. So if we add 1818 plus 20, you will get it as 1838. So log of 15.27 is 1.1838. What is this 1 point? 1 we got from the characteristic value. So here in 15.27 we already know that characteristic part is 15. So from this characteristic part we have to find the value of the characteristic. So before the decimal place we have two digits. So we have to do it as 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. So that is the characteristic. 1 is the characteristic. So therefore we have to write 1.1838. So example 2, find the value of log 2.872 where the base is 10. So let us see which is the characteristic part and the mantissa part. So here the characteristic part is 2 and the mantissa part is 872. Now you have to find the log of 2.872. So the total number is 2872. So 28 you have to consider it from here, that is the row which is marked in red. So the number is 287. 7 we have to consider from this column. 2872. So now 2 we have to consider from the difference. So we got the two numbers here, that is 4579 and 3. So now we have to add both the numbers, that is 4579 plus 3 is equal to 4582. Therefore log of 2.872 is equal to 0.4582. So from where we got this 0? 0 is the characteristic of the number. So now here you can see we have log 2.872. So before the decimal place we have only one digit, that is 2. So we have to do 1 minus 1, that is equal to 0. Therefore 0 is the characteristic value. So you have the answer as 0.4582. Thank you.